What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Natalie. Every week I upload videos for homemaking inspiration, including what's for dinner videos like this one. I am so happy to have you here. Last week I was having severe internet issues and I couldn't upload any single video. And so this week I'm going to be sharing with you some of the recipes that shouldn't have gone up last week. So you're gonna have a little bit more of a longer video this time, but I really hope you enjoy it. On this day I was fixing some pizzas with naan bread. So I'm fixing two, one for me, one for Luke. And on his pizza I'm adding some pepperoni because he loves pepperoni. He can't have pizza without it. So I'm adding a healthy serving right there. And then on my pizza I'm starting out with onions. I don't know if you can tell, but I added an extra amount of sauce because we do like our pizzas extra saucy. He likes onions too, so I'm adding some on his. And then on my pizza I love olives. That's my favorite topping, and so I usually add a ton of it. After I'm done with those toppings, I'm gonna add some shredded mozzarella cheese that I already had in my fridge, which was nice because I didn't have to shred it. So I'm adding it right here, and then I'm going to take these pizzas to the oven for around 20 minutes at 350 degrees. You really don't have to cook them much, just so that the cheese melts, because the naan bread it's already cooked. So that's how much I left them in the oven, just until the cheese was melted and slightly golden brown. And I have to say I really enjoy these. They are super delicious. I served mine with a side salad. Luke said that his was a little soggy, and it depends on whatever you prefer. He likes it more crunchy, but next time I'll leave his in the oven for a little longer. So on this day I was fixing dinner only for myself because Luke was eating leftovers from the day before. So I decided to go with some rice cauliflower fried rice. And here I have all my ingredients chopped up, along with all the sauces and condiments I was gonna use. So I'm starting with my cauliflower rice. I'm going to let it cook and melt in my pan according to package directions. Once it is cooked and all the ice is completely melted, I'm going to add some garlic. I love fresh garlic. I love using my garlic press. It's one of the best things I could have purchased for my kitchen. It adds so much flavor. So I'm gonna go ahead and crush a couple of cloves of garlic, add it into my cauliflower rice, and then I'm gonna add my vegetables. Today I was working with carrots. I'm adding those first because they take a little longer to get a little tender, although I don't want them all that tender, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm also adding some salt and some pepper. That's gonna depend on your taste as well and the amount that you add for that. And then I'm gonna add my broccoli and my chicken that I have sliced very small. That was leftover chicken. And then the broccoli, as you can tell, I also chopped really tiny so that it could go very well into the fried rice. And then I'm adding some rice vinegar, which honestly, you guys, I wish I would have just left out or add a little less because it was a little overpowering. And then after that, I went in with some cocoa aminos. You can add soy sauce. I prefer the cocoa aminos. It tastes just like soy sauce. And that was really delicious into this dish. Now I'm adding 1 egg in the center of my pan. I'm gonna let the egg cook. I'm gonna add a little extra salt in there. I'm gonna mix it all very well and scramble it just right straight in the pan. And then once it's cooked, I'm going to incorporate it with the rest of the fried rice. And that's pretty much it, you guys. This was super easy to fix. It only took me 5 minutes to cook and like another 5 minutes of prepping for all the ingredients. I gotta say, this was really delicious. Just like I said, I wish I had left the rice vinegar out. And this is the final result. I did serve it with some wontons that I have frozen. I just put them in the microwave according to package directions, and I really enjoyed this dinner. So on this day, Luke was fixing some pork chops, so I decided to do some of these small tiny potatoes from Sam's. You might have seen them in my grocery haul already. I love them so much. You put them in the oven and they come out super crispy on the outside, and then on the inside they're super creamy like butter. It's just delicious. They're actually called creamer potatoes, which I didn't know, but it makes all sense because I mean that's exactly how they taste. Into my pan lined with tin foil, I'm adding some olive oil. I'm gonna put my potatoes in there, and then I'm going to season it up with a little bit more oil. I'm gonna add some salt, some pepper. You're gonna see me adding those in just a minute. There they are. I love to add a lot of salt into my potatoes. I can take a lot of it. I also added a healthy serving of garlic salt and oregano. You can also do Italian spices. I just happen to have that one right there out on the counter, so I decided to go for that one. I'm gonna mix it all very well with my hands and then take that to the oven at 350 degrees for like 20 minutes. And here's Luke with his pork chops. I could not film what he was seasoning them up with, but he said everything but the kitchen sink. So there you have an idea. He got a very good caramelization going on in there, and they were super delicious. For what I can remember, he said he used chili lime seasoning, salt and pepper, some tahini, and some ghost pepper as well. And they came out really delicious. And on the side, I was also fixing some green beans. It's just canned green beans with bacon grease and pepper. And here was my plate. We really enjoy this. It's just one of those meals that we have every single week, but we never get tired of. On this day, Luke was smoking a pork butt. We got it from Sam's. You might have seen it in the Sam's grocery haul. If you have not, then I'm gonna link it up here in case you're curious. And he requested some baked beans to go along with that. So I have 1 can of baked beans. I have ketchup, mustard, and brown sugar. I'm sorry you guys, I have no measurements here, just eyeballing everything. I'm gonna mix it all very well into the baking dish that I'm going to bake this in. And then I'm gonna add a couple of strips of a bacon and just take it like that into the oven. This is going to add very delicious flavor. And yeah, it came out really good actually. I don't really know how you can eyeball something and come out really good every single time, but it's just the art of cooking, you guys. So this went into the oven for like 45 minutes at 350 degrees, just enough for the bacon to be fully cooked. And then I'm going to do some coleslaw for myself because I love it. I'm just using the coleslaw mix from H-E-B. It already comes with the dressing, which I actually really like. I don't like the coleslaw to be really tangy. I prefer it to be more on the sweet side. So I'm adding that. I'm just going to mix it all very well and just cover it up and put it in the fridge so that all the flavors can marry together by dinner time. And also the coleslaw has to be cold, in my opinion, so that it tastes better. So in here, Luke took the pork butt out of the smoker. Finally, this was cooking all day long, you guys. But it was so worth it because it was so delicious. So we have all of our barbecue, very southern style, with our baked beans and our coleslaw, and this is my plate. It was super delicious, and we ended up with a lot of leftovers for the freezer to eat for easy meals later in the future. What do you think about the food, baby?
It's good.
On this day, I really needed a comfort meal, and chicken and rice sounded really nice to me. But my official #1 comfort meal is actually rice and beans. But anyways, and here I'm chopping off some cherry tomatoes. I'm slicing some onions, and then I am peeling some garlic. This is how I peel it. I just smash it against the cutting board, and then all the skin comes right off. It's just the easiest method. And then those crushed cloves go directly into my garlic press, and that's how I get minced garlic. So into my cup, I'm mixing some adobo seasoning. I'm gonna add the recipe here on the screen so that you can see it. Don't buy it from the store, you guys. It's not good. Make your own, and probably you already have all the ingredients to make it, so just fix it homemade. So in here I'm adding some Worcestershire sauce, probably like a quarter cup, 1 tablespoon of ketchup, and like 1 teaspoon of mustard, just yellow mustard. I'm gonna mix it very well, and this is not my recipe. This belongs to my friend Sarah from Parchita Gourmet. She created this chicken. I'm just taking the easy route on her recipe, but I'm gonna link her video down below in case you want to see it. And then I'm pressing my garlic into my mixture. So as you can tell, I have some chicken tenderloins in there. I'm gonna add my onions, I'm gonna add my tomatoes, and then I'm going to go in with just a drizzle of avocado oil, and then add the sauce and just put that in the oven. This is the perfect sheet pan meal for me. It was so delicious, and whatever we have for leftovers, I ate it with my salads on the next day, and it was extremely flavorful. So into the oven, this goes at 350 degrees for like 25 to 30 minutes, depending on how overcooked you like your chicken. I am famous for overcooking chicken, you guys. So anyways, you can see my plate right here with my white rice. You guys, this was so delicious. You have to try it. And for the last recipe today, we had some bacon that needed to get cooked, and so I decided to go for BLT sandwiches. So I am cooking the bacon into my griddle. You guys, I really hate and despise cooking bacon. Luke doesn't like it from the oven. He doesn't like it from the air fryer. It has to be cooked from the griddle, which it's a suffering for me because it took me years to learn how to cook it the way he likes it. Usually he cooks the bacon, but on this day he was in a lot of pain, so I decided to just do it for him. I know it will comfort him because he absolutely loves bacon, and you might be wondering, well, who doesn't? Well, me. I don't love bacon. It's not my favorite thing. I did not grow up eating it very often in my house, and I learned how to slightly like it after I met my husband, definitely, because he loves it so much. So I'm starting a BLT here. I have 2 slices of Dave's Killer Bread. I get it from Sam's at a very great deal. I'm adding some Duke's mayonnaise to each slice. I'm gonna spread it very well, and then I'm going to add my bacon. Only a couple slices of bacon for me. I know this might seem like very little bacon, but that's just more than enough for me. And I ended up taking some slices and giving them to Luke because it was just too much bacon for me. So I added some salad mix to make it for the bacon. I added some cherry tomatoes because that's what we had on hand, and then some crushed black pepper because it adds a very nice flavor to it. So I'm cutting my sandwich in half, and you guys, this is going to be everything for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you who subscribes, who comments, who watches my videos. I really hope you have a blessed day, and I am looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready?